Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Happier Than Ever, a love letter to Los Angeles. And this is the new Billie Eilish concert film that has debuted on Disney+. And the reason why I added a question mark on there is, technically she is performing a concert of her new music, but in front of 0 people. She's in this big outdoor auditorium, but nobody's there. And a lot of this is more filmed like a music video that's focusing mostly on the actual performance of the songs. Which, for me personally, just to give a little bit of perspective on my look at like music videos and stuff like that, I'm a huge fan of music. I love music. And I always prefer to see the artist actually doing their thing and doing their craft instead of some kind of like small movie that goes along with the music. And this documentary, this concert film, really focuses a lot on looking at Billie Eilish performing. Obviously it's really cleaned up. It doesn't feel like you're watching a live performance. It doesn't sound like you're listening to a live performance. It's very clean, and I think it's done purposefully on that way because like I don't really think they're using the fully live audio in many ways. And because the thing is, like, you can't hear like a bunch of people out in the crowd because there is no one. And this film is like an hour and 5 minutes. She plays through all of her new music, and obviously when it comes to a concert type film, the music matters. And for me, I really enjoyed it. There's a variety of like deep, soulful kinds of singing focused songs, and then there's some that have a lot more atmosphere to them, but mysterious. And director Robert Rodirguez and animation director Patrick Osborne are able to do some cool, interesting visual things along with at least one of the songs that was pretty captivating and was really cool, and that was one of the more engrossing moments in this film. You also have a lot of interludes of an animated version of Billie looking at like out her window in Los Angeles or driving down the streets, and you get to feel this beauty of Los Angeles, and that's exactly what this film is trying to target as. Like, obviously it's titled A Love Letter to Los Angeles. And those are some interesting added in things to this besides just the musical performances. She plays with an orchestra and a very talented guitarist at times, and this film has a lot of spark, it has a lot of energy, and especially with what Robert Rodirguez is able to do with his slick direction, this is an engrossing and beautiful looking film. Is it more than just Billie Eilish performing a bunch of her songs? More or less, that's what this film is. Like I said, it does add some of those like little animated interludes or some animated visuals, but in actuality, it's an hour and 5 minutes of her performing music, and I was pretty down for that. And if that's something that interests you, then I think you're going to enjoy this. If you're going in hoping for anything else on top of that to make up for the fact that, like, if you're not a fan of Billie Eilish or you don't want to just sit there and listen to music being performed for an hour and 5 minutes, I don't think there's enough to elevate this beyond that, but there's definitely enough to have nice add-ons to that. So for me, I really enjoyed this, and if this sounds interesting to you based off of this is going to be basically Billie Eilish performing, then you're going to enjoy this. So it's worth checking out on Disney+. But those are my thoughts on Happier Than Ever, A Love Letter to Los Angeles. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.